Do you find yourself not nearly getting enough stuff done during the day? Do you often look at the clock and say, what the heck happened to my day? I got nothing done. If that sounds like you, I want to give you a tip today that's going to get you further, make you more productive, and help you complete tasks faster in today's episode. What's up, guys? Matt Weik, Weik Fitness. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. Today, I want to help you become more productive because I find so many people are like, I just lost time. Where did the day go? I wish I got this done. I just didn't have enough time to complete this task. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. And that's a problem, especially when you have different projects, especially for clients that need to be done at a certain time frame. That's never a comfortable conversation when you have to make that phone call and say, hey, I can't meet your deadline. I mean, what are you going to say? Sorry, I was scrolling through social media today, or the day got away from me and I just didn't prioritize. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about all of the things that you need to accomplish, all the things that you want to do. You need to prioritize your work. So here's an exercise that, I've used that helps me tremendously that I think you guys might benefit from as well. So what you want to do is you want to get out a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, something that you can write with. And each morning or the night before or even before you leave work, write down the stuff that you want to do for, that day. If you're doing it in the morning of, or the next day if you're doing it the night before or before you leave the office for the day. Write down everything that you need to accomplish. And once you do that, I want you to use A, B, and C. And you're going to categorize every single one of those tasks or those projects that you need to complete for the day. So this A, B, and C classification, it's basically categories of importance. So for instance, an A is extremely important. It's something that you absolutely must get done and complete. B is important, but it doesn't take precedence over anything that is in the A category. And then lastly, C. This is something that's not a priority, and it can just simply get done whenever time permits. So, C's are, stuff that doesn't have to get done anytime soon. Maybe it's something that you can do next week, or it's something, long term that you're looking to complete, but it's not a priority. Whereas A is, I need to get my head straight. I need to get this project done. It needs to be done today. It's non-negotiable. Let's get after it. Okay. So the A, B, and C, never do a B or a C, especially not a C, before an A. Now, if you wrote down your list and you're like, okay, this has to get done, this is an A. This also has to get done today, this is an A. What you want to do, if you have multiples of those classifications, all of your A's, you want to put in a numerical order. So an A1 would be something that you want to complete first. An A2 would be something that you would complete following the A1. So you put a priority technically to a priority. So things that have to get done, let's say you have a project that has to be done by noon, that's an A1. An A2 could be something that you need to complete and submit or give to somebody in the afternoon. So you can have subcategories of all of those classifications that you have. A1, A2, A3, A4, so on and so forth. And then you can do the same thing for B. If you know that, okay, tomorrow I'm going to put this in a B, because if I get everything done with my A's for the day, then I can move on to my B's. So let's prioritize those as well so that I know what I need to complete first in that classification, in that category. The same thing with C. So I want you just to focus on, what needs to get done? Because so many times people are doing stuff that has nothing to do with what has to get accomplished today. They're doing something that, doesn't need to be completed until next week. And I get it. I mean, at least you're getting stuff done. But the problem is you're not prioritizing things well enough that you give yourself enough time where you're not rushing to complete a task by the end of the day if you have a deadline that's within, the end of day. So, for that reason, you really need to dial in your focus on all of the important tasks that need immediate attention. So, the close deadlines, the projects that need to be submitted, anything that could potentially cause a problem, conflict, or consequence if you don't get done that day is going to be a problem. And so for that reason, procrastination just kills businesses because people are, I'll put it off, I'll put it off, I'll put it off. Where if they had a reason for getting something done now, they made it a priority. And it's the same thing with anything in life when it comes to a priority. If you make it a priority, you're going to make time to finish it. So for that reason, you need to prioritize everything that you need to do in your day, your week. You can even put it in for your month. Maybe you have, a list of 50 C category tasks that you need to complete, and that's fine. But what you want to do is you want to shift those as you complete the A tasks. So if I have 3 A tasks for today, I complete all 3. The B or B1 is now going to take precedence and move to an A or an A1. So everything gets shifted. So the B's become the A's, the C's become the B's, and you can write down new C's for different tasks that you need to, complete later on, whether it's in the week, the month, it could be even later in the year. It's totally fine to put those down as C's, but just make sure that you have a list of the priority of what you need to get done immediately. Otherwise, like I said, it's going to negatively affect your business. But overall, you're going to be amazed at how simple this concept is and how easy it is to implement once you start actually using the strategy. And, you're just going to be blown away with how productive you are during the day and how much more you get to accomplish and get done when you determine what your top priorities are, and then you get to go out and execute. It's such a simple strategy, but, not a lot of people want to plan that out. And really, it only takes a few minutes to grab that piece of paper, grab your pen, jot down, okay, tomorrow I have to complete project X for this client. I have to complete project Y for that client. And just make your list. Maybe it's, hey, I have to go out and get a birthday gift for, my spouse. If her birthday or his birthday is today, that's going to be an A. Otherwise, you're going to be in the doghouse. So that definitely needs to be an A. But if it's, hey, my spouse, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my grandmother, whoever, it's her birthday or his birthday month, maybe it becomes a B. So it's not a priority because you still have some time, but it needs to be a B because it's within that time frame where it definitely needs to get done. I mean, if it's later, way later in the month, like maybe you're writing this the first of the month and their birthday isn't until the 30th, maybe make it a C at that point. But you need to have that down on paper, again, to prioritize the things that you need to get done. And then as you complete your A's and B's, those C's and B's start to move up. So it's such a simple strategy to utilize, but it helps people tremendously when it's down on paper. Because when you have everything up in your head, okay, I know I have to complete this. I know I have to do that. I have a meeting at this time. I have to be, off-site for this thing, and I got to come back to the office. And then tonight, I got to go with my spouse to here. And literally, like, you're just going to drive yourself nuts. You're going to forget things. And then, obviously, like I mentioned before, there's going to be consequences when you forget to do things. So put it all down on paper. Just get one notepad and make that your, prioritization list pad. That's the only thing that you put in that pad. Every day or every night, you write down exactly what you need to do for the next day. And then you prioritize those by those categories that I mentioned, A, B, C, and then the subcategories A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, all of that stuff. Lay it all out on paper so you can see it, you can visualize it, you can plan the day in your head. Okay, this A1, I know it's going to take me 30 minutes, and it's a super priority. I'm going to bust that out first thing in the morning. And then once I follow that, my next task is probably going to take me maybe an hour and a half. Okay, cool. So I'm still, well within my morning routine versus, taking time into the afternoon. Okay, A3, A4, A5, all of that stuff. I know I have enough time that I can, handle that as long as I don't get interrupted, which is a completely different topic. But if, I don't get interrupted, I can complete that in the afternoon and I'm good to go. If I get done, okay, B1, I can do this. So just have a plan in place. Have a strategy for every single day of the things that you need to do. What is a priority and what's not a priority? Knowing the difference can lead you, down a path of being extremely productive or just doing stuff to get it done and not really getting the work that is, should be a priority completed. So really, that's all I want to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm getting some amazing feedback through messages and on YouTube. People are chiming in with different thoughts and opinions and feedback, and I truly appreciate it. So if you're listening on YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate the subscription. If you're not a subscriber, please do so. I'm trying to build up the audience just to try and touch more people. The more information that I can get out there to help people, the better. I do this to help people. I'm not doing this, I don't monetize YouTube or my podcast or anything like that. So I'm just trying to spread some knowledge bombs, so to speak, and just get some good information out there that you guys can utilize to help, with your day, your life, your health, your fitness, whatever the case may be. I'm just trying to bring you guys tremendous value. If you're listening on iTunes, again, I hope you're a subscriber. I hope you're getting this on your device every single week, every single Thursday that is produced and launched. But, head over to the website. There's so much stuff. I tell you guys all the time. And anybody that I run into or people who ask me questions, I'm like, man, if you would just go to my website, you'll be blown away by how much free content is there. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds. I'm probably well over 1,000 pieces of content on my website. I should probably go back and look at that because I think I would amaze myself. But tons of free content over there, weikfitness.com. You can, get to all of my social channels from my website. If you're already on a social channel and you want to check out what's going on, different content that I produce that's out there that you can take advantage of, it's at Weik Fitness. It's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. If you're over on LinkedIn, it's literally just me, Matt Weik. The business is on there, but I don't do anything with it really. I pretty much just post under my profile for LinkedIn. But I truly appreciate you guys. You don't have to listen to this, so I appreciate you being here. It means a lot that I have your support. So thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I hope you utilize the strategies that I have in this podcast, in this episode, and I hope it makes your day a heck of a lot easier. You're way more productive. You're ahead of the curve. You're getting stuff done. You're impressing your boss, your family, your coworkers, your employees, whoever. And until next week, stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope you guys found tremendous value from this episode.